Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a reaction video, and instead of reacting to another video, I'm gonna react to a song. And I thought that since today's Good Friday, I'd do an Easter video, and this song explains the meaning of Easter very well. Let's get into it.
Hey, it's crazy, man. People look up to somebody because, you know what I'm saying, he been shot like 9 times or he been in jail, you know what I'm saying? But if you think about it, like, he didn't get shot 9 times for you. He wouldn't go to jail for you. I know somebody who did something for you. For you. He went to the Garden of Gethsemane, knowing that he would be arrested by the enemies, and still he decided to stay. Told Peter, John, and James, y'all stay awake, I'ma go pray. So he went up a little farther, laid face down and started praying to the Father. And so distressed he was, his sweat fell down like drops of blood. He said, Father, I don't wanna die, yet I wanna do your will, not mine. I mean, I do whatever you say, but is it possible we can do this another way? I'm yours, I give you my last breath. Do I have to die this old horrible death? Well, if they have to kill your son, then Father, your will be done. For you. He went back and what did he peep? It was John, James, and Pete. Sleep. He said you couldn't stay up for 1 hour, dude. Y'all gonna mess around and temptation overpower you. Listen, get back in position. Y'all stay prayed up and most of all stay up. He went back and prayed some more and he came back and all 3 of them was snoring. Still sleeping, huh? Still resting? Well, Judas and them is here for the arresting. As they got up, they sure could see the lynch mob coming with all the religious leaders. It was thugs with sticks and gloves and torches and swords, all of this for the Lord. And they was angry and talking real loud. And one man stepped from the crowd and he said, Teacher, good to see ya. I've been looking for you all night trying to reach ya. I'm telling you, you've been missed, and allow me to give you this. And Jesus said you was coming and I knew it to betray me, but must you use a kiss to do it? Be gone, let's get it on. I'm ready to receive my throne. But Peter said, not while I'm here, dog. And he pulled out his sword and slashed some dude's ear off. But Jesus said, no, that's not why I'm here. So he gave the dude back his ear and said, here, I could have 1,000 angels to save us and have all these scoundrels strangled. You've been with me, you know that is true, but I've got work to do. For you. He went to the house of the priest where they was trying to pull people off of the streets for lying and testifying, so they would have a reason to try him and crucify him. They said, are you the Messiah? He said, I am. And they all said, they took off their robes and they said, and they tore their clothes. They spit in his face and his hair and they beat him to the ground, and they knew it wasn't fair to put a blindfold over his eyes. And they said, Mr. Prophet, who hit you this time? And they knocked him down. He didn't cry, he didn't make a sign. They beat that man black and blue. He knew what he had to do. He did that for you. It was late, everybody was tired. Early the next morning, they took him to see Pilate. He said, are you the king of the Jews? And Jesus said, yes, what you said is true. The leader said, told you, see? And Pilate said, what this got to do with me? Man, let him go. And they all said, no, we want this man dead for the things that he said. He said, listen, every year in the prison, I set one free. Let this man be. They said, no, we'll ride if you stop it. Kill this man, just give us Barabbas. He said, fine, I wash my hands. It is you, not I, that kill an innocent man. So cruel, they all said, cool, we'll live with that. Just kill this cat. So Pilate had him whipped, 39 lashes with a lead-tipped whip. And they beat him in the head with a stick, and they kicked and they spit and they said, watch this. All hail the king of the Jews. Gave him a thorn crown and they threw him on the ground. They got bored of beating on the Lord, and they said, let's do what we brought him here for. They gave him a big cross, made him carry it and beat him every time he would fall. The same people who screamed, Hosanna, laughed, and they said, don't help this man, no, let him stand up with no help. He can save everybody, let him save himself. He went to the top of the hill, and they laid him on a cross, and he knew it was real. They put his hands on the beam and they put a nail through it. Imagine that scream. Nailed his feet and put him in the sky. Took a step back so they could watch him die. They thought this was so cool, but he said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. He did the Father's business, took a sip of the wine finished. And that man was perfect, but you won't stand up during praise and worship. He took what you deserve. Won't you take 5 minutes just to read your word? He came so the devil can't take you. Put your hands up in the air and say thank you. Before you scream for a rapper and his crew, make sure you ask yourself, what have they done for you?
That is a really great song. I really enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. It really showed what the importance of what Jesus did. Because people weren't able to get into heaven before Jesus died on the cross. People were not allowed to enter heaven. And the reason why that... My hair is all messed up. My bad. Anyways, the reason why that is because of original sin that was caused by Adam and Eve. God and humanity had a perfect relationship. They're like this, perfect. Adam, Eve, God, perfect relationship. But then Satan came along and convinced Eve, hey, you want to be powerful like God? Eat of the fruit that he forbidden you from eating. And so she was tempted and she ate it, and then convinced Adam to eat the fruit. And then all of humanity sinned, because now that Adam and Eve were infected with sin, that is what separated the bond between humanity and God. Humanity and God were like this, but then that sin separated them. And then the sin, now that the sin is in human blood, it just further infected humanity. Like Cain killed Abel, and then now you got a bunch of lustful people, adulteresses, you got people raping people now, killing people, all sorts of evil things because of that first sin that happened. It went in the blood of everyone, and they just started sinning because now the bond between humanity and God was now broken. God had an ultimate plan, the plan of salvation that will save humanity forever. Now, we were not allowed in the kingdom of heaven. Humanity was not allowed in the kingdom of heaven. What people will go to instead, like if people were good, like Moses, Elijah, David, those people that would have went to heaven if they were born after Jesus's death and resurrection. For those people, since they were born before Jesus and they weren't alive during Jesus's life, they couldn't enter heaven. So instead, they would go to this place called it's called like Abraham's garden, basically, or Abraham's bosom. And what that is basically like a really nice waiting room. It's a really nice waiting room, and they would just have to sit there up until Jesus died on the cross and was resurrected. So no one could enter into heaven. Though people like Moses, Elijah, they became close with God, humanity was still separated from God. So that's why God had to send his only son, Jesus Christ, on the earth to this mission. Now, what Jesus Christ did is he converted like tens of thousands of people during his lifetime. Like, I can't even comprehend the number of people he converted after he died. But the number of people that he converted during his lifetime was like tens of thousands of people, like a ton of people were all converted to Christianity and were saved, and were following basically this new covenant. Because Jesus did not come to destroy the Old Testament, or basically he didn't come to basically debunk the whole Old Testament. And Jesus didn't come and he was like, oh, all this old scripture, no, this is all lies, don't follow this. Like, that's not what Jesus did. That's what the Pharisees thought he was doing, but that's not what he was doing. And he very clearly said in first few chapters of Matthew, I think in like chapter 6, he talked about how he didn't come to abolish the Old Testament. He didn't come to abolish the law of Moses. He came to let people know the true meaning of it. He came to let people know the true meaning of the law of Moses. He didn't come to abolish it. He came to reveal the true meaning and true meaning of the law of Moses, because the Pharisees got it wrong. And things have changed because of Jesus. Now that he died on the cross, so now you don't have to give sacrifices anymore, because the Jews gave a lot of sacrifices. Like every Passover, they will sacrifice a lamb, and they will give sacrifices for the forgiveness of sins. You don't have to do that anymore, because God gave the final sacrifice. The final lamb was sacrificed, and that is Jesus Christ. So there's no more for sacrifices anymore. And now that Jesus Christ died, he opened up the gates of heaven. Jesus is like us. So humanity and God were like this. Sin separated them, so they're like this. Jesus, sort of like this now, right? And then Jesus Christ came in the middle, and he connected humanity back with God. So now we could be reunited again in the kingdom of heaven once we die, as long as we truly have faith in the Lord. All right, Jesus Christ connects humanity with God the Father. So that is how crucial and important Jesus is. And the song really talks about that. Like, people want to give praise to rappers. You know, you got Tupac, Biggie, Pop Smoke, people who died. I don't know if Pop Smoke said. Anyway, you got rappers and people who died, right? Yeah, people are like trying to glorify them, blah, blah, blah. Like XXX and like Juice WRLD, you know? I'm pretty sure you get the gist. But this rapper, Knine, he's like, you talking about all these rappers, right? Trying to glorify all these rappers. Meanwhile, Jesus Christ, this me and Jesus, did all these things for you. You're not going to talk about him. You know what I'm saying? And it really talks about the importance of what Jesus Christ did. Hey, you want to acknowledge these people for their death? Acknowledge Jesus Christ, because without him, you wouldn't even be able to get into heaven. So I think that song really explains this well. And if y'all want to check out this song for yourself, it's on YouTube and it's on Amazon Music, and it's probably on more platforms, but that's the only platforms I've heard it on. And it's by the rapper Knine. It's spelled with a K, so Knine, Knine. It's a really good song. You should listen to it. I hope y'all have a great Easter and a really good day. And I hope this song really meant something to you, like it did to me. And y'all take care. Y'all have a good one. God bless.